33rd Olympiad. That's talking about Paris 2024, the 33rd Summer Olympics. And of course, Paris decided to show the world that we una no reach. I would say, unarguably, the best opening ceremony of anything of all time. That was what Paris gave us at the Seine River. In fact, they used the city to create a carnival and call it the opening ceremony. In fact, that is not opening ceremony. It's a carnival. Good morning and welcome to the beautiful game. My name is Mike Mesikeno. Sam and Torres here in the house. If they disagree with me, I go to pursue them right now. Call one opening ceremony that comes half as good as this one.
Good morning, Mike.
If I don't get it, I go pursue that too here.
Good morning to our viewers. We've had some very good opening ceremony.
That are better.
Some very great one as well. You can talk about Barcelona 92 Olympics. If you do remember.
I remember.
Yes, Barcelona 92.
Beijing.
We can even talk about Tokyo.
Beijing beat them.
Tokyo 2020.
Even Tokyo 2020 without fans.
Beijing beat them. But you see what France did. Did you watch that yesterday?
I didn't
watch up.
No.
Mike, I'm just talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
Baba, those guys.
I was there for about 3 hours and then I had to leave.
It was too long.
It was
it wasn't too long.
It wasn't.
Because it was quite
a spectacle.
Yeah.
This was the first time they used a city.
The first time.
They did not use a stadium.
Opening ceremony will be outside
When they see those highlights, how they talk, they be like say.
But you know that regardless of whatever artistic things they did or ceremony, it was not without controversy.
No, definitely. We always have to talk about that.
I was talking with Tosi earlier this morning. She spoke about the references to demonism and satanism and all of that. You see, at this particular point in time, you have to understand this is a secular sport, and you should take off your religious inclinations. Because if you put what you like, it offends somebody else. I hope you know that.
But you can do things that basically does not offend other people.
What I'm saying is that no matter what you do, especially with religious inclination, to offend somebody, if you put in a Christian anecdote, the Muslims or whoever.
But why would they have actually tampered? Why did they tamper with
the inclusivity thing?
Yeah. You see,
they tampered with them.
Let me tell you, if you look at text as per literal text or literature text, that's what's called poetic license. And because you are inclined to something, you understand, as per your spiritual inclination, doesn't mean that there's not a text of literature. That poetic license can also
in
that particular scenario. So I don't think you know what I'm trying to say.
They are aligned with Christianity itself.
I didn't say that.
It's not even Africans alone that are saying it.
Mike, I get your point. I get your point.
My point is
this is all about the modern world that we have now, the inclusivity of everything. You want to
satisfy everybody.
Almost everyone. You want to talk about the people who are doing this, the people who believe in this, the people who are that.
Exactly.
So you want to include everyone.
Bam.
Like you did mention, it's going to be offensive to some persons. Personally, there were some things I saw yesterday. I'm like,
sure.
But that's me, yeah?
Sure.
So, but that's also something that other people will imbibe and embrace, which is it.
That is just it. For me, why?
But what I do feel that French
and
the France itself, they shouldn't lose their culture. We saw that at Rio. Because in all trying to, because that's the spectacle. That's all that's what we see with the Olympics, the opening ceremony. You want to show your culture. So in trying to,
we saw Rio.
But you see, you see something about this ceremony.
It's not London.
I agree with you.
No, it's a very good ceremony. It's a very good opening. It's a very good one.
A lot of things change because there's something Macron said while he was running the ceremony. This next 2 weeks, Paris is your city.
Yeah.
And that was aligned with what they were doing with the opening.
Of course.
He wanted to say, he said, more or less in his words, take it as yours. Look, it is your own. It is not Paris. We're not selling Paris to you. We're selling you to you.
Mike, it's
I don't know if it's not what say there.
No, it's been political one way or the other.
No, definitely. They just what they are going through in France on one side. There's a lot of security threats, and so before the election with the far right with the
before the games. But me, I am just saying that if you take off everything, your inclinations and all that, just look at it from an artistic level.
No. Spot on for me because would you do an event on water?
They did. They first took it on water.
On water.
They now took it. They took the Eiffel Tower. They went to
see the lighting of the Eiffel Tower for me.
They were doing the parade as normal.
Yeah.
fashion performances were going on.
No, it's
performances were going on.
If we bring it to Africa, and I'm like, Eco for sure, Paris is for sure. To be honest,
and as much as there was even the talk of drag queens and Christianity. I understand that. I personally, if I don't want to mention it here, but there are a few things that no matter who you are, there are some things that would make you feel somehow. They are. But you see, I just tend to look at it as a spectacle.
That's the thing.
And for that,
the liberalism of things sometimes, and that's
it is
particularly when you talk about the general society right now. We've imbibed some things in the last decade, even just the last decade. Not about 5 decades ago, that are abnormal, that are now being taken as the norms.
Yeah.
And somehow, because you want to include everyone, you want everybody to feel among, which is hallmark of the Olympics. It's not just about the winning. It's more about the competitiveness and also the.
It's not something that brings Christianity.
No, it's not even about religion, right? I'm just talking generally. The Olympics is just about trying to bring everybody on board. Most times they don't really get to make any money on it. In fact, the country spends so much that they don't get anything. For this one, they spent about $9.7 billion.
Yes, sir.
And it's one of the lowest in the last 3-4 Olympics.
Rio spent a lot.
Rio spent over 20. Tokyo spent about 13.7.
Coronavirus and everything.
London spent $16 million. $1 billion. So all of this money,
facilities enough that they could use.
Which is one of the things that make theirs one of the lowest in recent times.
Yes, because they already have
They have a lot of facilities, and some of these facilities they're also the ones that are also trying to convert even after the Olympics. For example, even the game village for the athletes. They were using a cardboard and then you see the beauty of that Olympic village, man. I saw some of our athletes are doing that, and they're doing it on the Instagram, and I'm following up, and I'm seeing some of these beautiful things.
What's an Olympics without drama, without Nigerian drama?
No, definitely. Okay, the Nigerian drama is on one side.
You see, okay, so it went up. One major highlight was Celine Dion at the end of it. Celine Dion's close to the end. Celine Dion's performance. She has not performed in 4 years. She has not been able to. She had this particular health issue where her muscles were contracting, and the throat is a muscle.
Yeah.
So she couldn't talk. It was pain to even speak. It was a battle.
How did she perform yesterday?
Was it
a miracle?
It was a battle. A lot of things about the opening ceremony was under wrap.
Yes.
There were so many about secrecies, or if I can use that, because like they said, they wanted to give an opening ceremony like never before, which actually they delivered yesterday. One of the best ever. I'm sure people that have probably seen some other Olympics, maybe in the 70s, in the 60s, can talk about it. But from the ones I've started seeing, from Seoul 88 to Barcelona 92, Atlanta 96. But Atlanta 92, that's why I put Barcelona 92.
But see, all of them,
even Sydney 2000 was also something very.
You see, all of them, this was the first time they were taking outside the box.
Yes.
Normally when it comes to stadium, let's make it grandiose.
They use the city, they use the water.
That's what I'm saying. So I never, outside, if you tell me, if you give me 100 billion now, see my do opening ceremony, I go say, make we go revamp, maybe a nest of champions.
No,
make we revamp up.
Sulere,
okay. Make we go this, make we revamp up.
That's it.
I think also make the stadium float safe.
Mike,
but see what these guys did. Now, another person will be thinking that, okay, if we do you know that I can go to Ajegunle, I can go to Makoko, I can do
Eco Atlantic.
Yes, I'm saying. I would say that I show Eco Atlantic, I show Makoko, I show everything. The Olympics is holding where you are. You don't need to leave your house.
But some people couldn't come to the opening ceremony.
Definitely. Things will always be better like that. Even
Bordeaux, the football people in Bordeaux.
They said some of them they couldn't make it on time. So it blew my mind. And it was because of the security threat there and all of that. So they were 45,000. About 45,000 police and army personnel, and then over 50,000 private security men for these Olympics because of the that France as a country has been having, and they're trying to make sure everybody, over 10,000 athletes.
For France to host it with their security
athletes over 10,000. And you're talking about officials.
Nigeria
you're hosting about 20,000 or 25,000 people. Then about the fans coming from different countries as well.
Protests here, we don't need
No. I'm saying, like, for France to do it with their security issues, we can have Nigeria.
Baba, you're not hosted under 17 AFCON.
We don't host the World Cup now.
Mike.
Which World Cup? Under what?
Under 17, under 20.
Do you know what Olympics is?
Mike,
no, well, regardless, we can match
over 200 nations.
We can match
over 200 nations.
Exactly 206. No World Cup. 3 countries, and one host 48 countries. 3.
But wait.
No, wait. I can tell you. See, the Olympics. See, even the Olympics dwarfs any sporting sport ever. But when I mean dwarf,
if we're bringing to Africa,
do you know what it means to have 206? How many countries did this world? You understand? You are basically.
Some are not independent countries.
You are basically hosting the world.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's what you are basically hosting the world.
If you were to bring it to Africa, regardless, Nigeria, South Africa, Morocco, we
get there. We get there.
Nigeria. But like we only have one stadium in this country. One. What are you saying? One stadium.
What is you saying?
They don't just give you.
This country has only one
stadium. See, they don't give you this right within 4 years. You know, like about 10, 20 years.
Wait, even my director don't join the argument. Say, that time we host all Africa games. At least we had 8 stadiums.
Yes,
if I could count, at the minimum. Nigeria now. Nigeria now has one.
Now only one international stadium. We say.
We have we have only one stadium. That's one.
No. If we work on Abuja. On Sulere now.
No, let's leave only one stadium.
Let's leave all of that.
Work on those.
We're talking about 32 different sporting events. How many facilities do we have?
We're
not talking about just stadium. This is not football alone.
This is not stadium.
We're not talking about football alone. We're talking about archery.
Only one stadium.
We are talking about
archery. We are
talking about
archery for Nigeria. No be to you know about now.
Let's talk about the major one. Where was basketball? Where
basketball?
Where
basketball? Why can't we host basketball?
You don't even have one basketball court with the standard.
And then you now go to.
It is intentionality. You know you want to host this thing. Okay. You work towards building
so the Olympic Village, like what we just said now, putting in 208 nations. No.
If you want to bring it to
it's not in Nigeria. You know, it's a city thing. It's not a country thing. So, for example, now the Olympic Village, if it should be cited, what do you think?
Let's go use Abuja.
Baba.
So it's not something we can.
We
are still very far from doing that. And especially because
if you bring it to Africa
so the total money spent right now is about over 9 billion. No, that's about 1/3 of our budget for 2024. That's what they are spending alone to host the Olympics. But 1.5 billion.
I know I'm calling it.
$1.5 billion $1.5 billion was used to Seine River to make it easy for people to swim in. $1.5 billion for the river alone, which is not part of the budget.
Let me tell you. Wait. First of all, let me tell you one thing. See, you cannot go to where you want to be if you don't know where you are. You understand? If you lie to yourself about where you are. If you give me Yoruba, if you lie to yourself about where you are, they say you can never reach where you want to go.
Of course.
You understand? Because first of all, if they do 9 billion for the Olympic, maybe now 500,000 will remain by the time the money reach the people they do have.
That one.
Just leave that one. Move on to the major thing. So just before the Olympics started, the Super Falcons played our first game, and you saw some highlights there of all the groups. For one game has gone down. Nigeria is bottom. As it be so, I don't think Nigeria. Let's take a look at the group. The group now. We're in Group C. We have Japan, we have Spain, we have Nigeria, and we have Brazil. From the point when I saw that draw,
it wasn't
Baba,
group of death.
It is not group of death. This is group of burial. You don't pass. You can't call it group of death. Spain is the best team in the world.
Yeah. Japan have also won the World Cup.
Japan have won the World Cup before.
They have medal in the Olympics.
You understand? Brazil, they're the only team that have not won the World Cup that should have been.
You understand? Been a World Cup champion, they should have been an Olympic champion. They've been to the finals many times.
They carry grandmother. Best way if he born some people for Nigerian team.
That's it.
And she was still born.
They talk say she not supposed to play.
She was one of the best players in fact, practically the best player on the pitch.
Mata enter like this, and I tell you, this Spain go if they catch Brazil.
They go beat them.
If they catch this Brazil,
Japan.
Our best hope was to get 3 points from Brazil.
That was the only team.
And even if that 3 points can make us qualify as third best place, because against Japan and Spain,
Mike, to be fair,
we park the bus.
So I saw the game for about 60, 70 minutes. I didn't see much of the first half. I didn't see so in total I saw about 60, 70 minutes. And for more, like I said, Nigeria were good the first 20 minutes.
No. And the last,
also good the last 20 minutes.
That's it. I saw the first 20 minutes.
They won for Brazil. We got three goals go enter. The first one was
the first three.
Tapping, bro.
About three chances where we say the keeper, of course, is a player. So the keeper did well. And then, of course, we had good crosses. The corner, those very particular corner.
Somebody should have headed the ball.
We had this nice corner routine.
Yeah,
pass, collect, pass, collect out, cheap and well. As in, Baba.
What Tony Payne and Ajibade did.
Exactly. We should have gone 3 up.
We had a problem. A killer instinct was what we lacked.
And you see, so there was that thing that immediately game went into the mid stages. From 30 minutes,
we got tired.
We just slowed down.
We're now making
the wardroom wasted too much time to make subs.
Yeah.
It wasted too much. You see, Baba, it wasn't working.
Why Oshoala didn't even make it?
Oshoala.
Everyone can always talk about whether Oshoala, but we're not with the team. So I keep
we need to ask.
In a squad of 18 players, in a squad of 18 players with 16 outfield players, if your best player in quote is not playing, there must be a reason.
That's what I'm saying. We need an explanation.
She went on Instagram to rant.
To go for Onumonu, to go for Kanu, instead why Oshoala seated. All those ones coming in on why Oshoala seated on the bench. I really want to understand what is happening.
We need to know because
we were still trailing, and then he brought down a defender.
Do you understand?
Do
you understand? Because you see,
it was a like for like.
Yes,
it was a like for like.
But at that time, you don't need. You need to put
the last 20 minutes where we
Brazil were not excellent.
Oh, Mata was still running the show.
This Brazil were not excellent.
Mata was still running the show.
Because we allowed them to.
And to be very good,
you watched them against Spain.
Nico Payne coming in was also a lot of addition to the attack.
To remove the left back.
But okay. And then Michel Alozie had to switch to the left back. Nico Payne really did a lot in that side. I mean, talking about
the that Brazil, see this USA, see this team with this USA. Made that Brazil go meet this USA.
No, Brazil is not a fantastic team.
That's what I'm saying.
Terrible.
That's what I'm telling you. This Brazil, see, USA, Canada, Spain,
England.
If they hold this Brazil, because this Brazil not like they're so good defensively. Now we give them opportunity to show self. We give them the opportunity. See what they're going to do. Upon the opportunity we gave them. We now came up in the
They only had one clear-cut chance.
You understand? And then let's get back to the Oshoala issue. My point is this. Look, Baba, no matter how much you like it, names play a part in football. Oshoala has been African Footballer of the Year many times.
6. Nobody don't collect.
Oshoala has Oshoala has Ballon d'Or ranking. Do you understand? She has entered top 10. Do you understand? So you see, the Baba. Look, Mata was not. In fact, a lot of pundits say that Mata will not start this thing. But there's something about when the name. People say that should be on the bench to ginger labor. But when they enter the pitch, Baba Mata.
Did you see what our players did after the game? They went to meet her.
Do you understand?
Abiodun said. Abiodun tweeted yesterday. She said she was very happy to meet and converse with her.
No, Mata is an inspiration.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of footballers across the world.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Imagine be defender as much as you go. Say Mata. You know, yes, you go tackle her, but inside your mind, you say,
what did you do for
That's what I'm saying about Oshoala.
Against New Zealand, Oshoala came on board that she scored.
So, what happened? Like you said, Randy Wardrobe and his coaching team will be the best person to give us whatever.
Oshoala came on Instagram to rant.
Because if you do a
what did she say?
She was talking about that she not talking, and then she used LOL. Like,
out of 16 outfield players, there was assistant and one other player that were left. On the bench. So there must
only
be
the goalkeeper.
No.
Because
aside the
goalkeeper, listened to Godwin, and he said even himself he was trying to get in contact with some people over there.
Why did
nobody knows?
Not play?
So if Godwin,
see that tapping,
if Godwin and Akena can say that
tapping, will be that girl be missed. Ways we are going to be. See, even if now what Oshoala go,
understand
now. So the game was good, build up play.
Okay.
They just wasted Ajibade's effort. Like,
you know what, guys?
Fleet-footed.
You know what, guys? Let's open the phone numbers and of course the WhatsApp. WhatsApp 08020815247. You can send in your messages now. Some messages are already coming in so that we can start taking your message. Which is all about Olympics today. Then later on we'll run up with transfer window. But Olympics is a major thing. Now, the Falcons, they did well at the World Cup. The Falcons didn't lose in 90 minutes at the World Cup. Even when we played England got to the finals. Do you understand?
Yeah.
We lost by penalty. Even though, yes, there was a red card to England and all that, but we stood our own. Are we missing Ashley Plumpton?
We're missing now. Definitely, we're missing out that left-hand side.
Is it possible that we're missing her?
Yeah.
We saw Alozie even switch wings.
And it was better.
And we saw her even perform well. You understand? And, you know, when I say on the field of play, about for anything the field teach, you go don't come out. You go see where the
your natural talent
fits defense safe. Because as at that time, Baba, when you need to make things happen, you push it out, right? So you can call in. Let's open the phone line 0902-416-3440 and 0810-764-1679. Let us hear your thoughts on the on the Falcons and our Olympics as a whole. There's even we're even shaking now with our golden girl. Now, are we sure she can pick this gold when the pressure is on her?
Okay, Tobi Amusa.
Yes, Tobi Amusa. Can she go? Because that's our strongest hope for a gold medal.
We still have it's a broom itself.
It's a broom there, but Amusa has the world record. So that's why I feel she's our strongest hope for a gold medal at this Olympics.
She was our flag bearer.
And also the wrestling ladies, Blessing Oborudu,
Blessing Oborudu, yes, and Adekuroye, Odunayo. Wonderful. Those are where we have our these things. So let's talk. Let's start taking some of your comments here. I'll get them. Good morning, gentlemen. I like your conversation, but one thing I need from you guys is that speak positive about your country and even the players. Dixie, I agree. You see, for here now, what we try to do is to try to show you the situation as it is. Yes, when we finish, I can say, okay, at the end of this, we say, we can pray and hope that God will help us. But at this point in time, no matter how much positive you speak, Baba, that Spain, even if the rest of the world come together, have you seen that Spain play football?
No, I say we pack boss. Even if we pack boss,
Baba, if that Spain catch our Super Eagles safe,
no, it's not possible.
No, don't use it as joke.
Not possible, man. Okay. It's not possible. That's.
Because for your mind,
women football different from.
I know.
See, if under 17 catch our Super Falcons, if he beat them.
I know, but you should talk. My point is not the style of play. I should jump down. You see why Spain are where they are. You see the way they starve your possession.
Of course.
And you see football when it comes to possession, it's not the physical ability. You see, look at majority of Spain people, men and women, they're small. Pin side, look at Yamal. If you slap Yamal, if he fall, I've been at Nico Williams, I've been at Pedri. They don't physicality zero.
But they will tap.
But you see, the technicality. Now they use another thing, they will starve your body. Because see, Baba, no matter how you be, you are one person, you want to tap person, put her here.
You go
then wait till they talk. You understand? So if not, I don't know if you get where I'm coming from.
This Rondo thing that you know how to do.
That's what I'm saying. Talented. So with your whole physicality, you run. Baba, you go run 70 minutes.
They feel long ball because before
you go run 70 minutes.
Match don't finish ball for you.
Those guys, they know how to. That's why I talk. Say even if so as much as yes, I agree. We'll talk positive, but let us let you know the fact. Our best chance of going out from that group was beating Brazil.
That was the best.
And it was very possible, and we saw it.
I won't lie, but it's a miracle. It's going to be a miracle if we defeat Spain.
Defeat? You know we don't draw.
No, it's going to be a miracle.
If miracle now draw Spain, defeat Japan. No. Yes. As much as Japan,
Now we see something for Japan small. If we play on the counter,
those guys are physical. Then they run.
Yeah, Japan are
they
very
fast passers. So we not go. We not catch those guys on counter.
We may.
They are just speed. They fast passers.
No, they tend to 1 hour easily. So we can do.
All right, let's have. We have Oscar on the line. Oscar is calling from Port Harcourt. Hello, Oscar. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, my brother.
Go ahead, Oscar. Talk to us. You're live.
Okay. Where I watched the match that day, but what I'm seeing, Super Eagles are not playing as a team. They are playing like individual. Because I didn't see a team collective. They are just playing like, I know what I'm doing. Maybe I'm playing for Barcelona, I'm playing for this. They don't play like a team. I didn't see anything Brazil played.
Okay.
If those people can come out and play like a team, believe me, no team will challenge them. Those girls are very strong. I saw what happened.
Okay.
And I believe that next match, they will do something.
All right. Thank you, Oscar.
Well,
that's his submission.
I've been trying to say, it's talking about they didn't play as a team, but I'm sorry, I would want to debunk, because it has become a cliche. When any team loses, you say, they don't play as a team. Why? Then, bro, if you watch the game, the combination they had, Rashida Ajibade and Nico Payne, and Tony Payne on that flank. You saw that corner kick strategy. So, is that not what they have rehearsed in training session?
Yeah.
It was just not working because they were jittery at times.
Okay. So, and probably understand what he's saying about that is probably the many times that we lost possession of ball And the guys were taking too much time on the ball.
Yeah, that one.
They were trying to make decision on whether to release the pass or not. I think that's what he's talking about. Maybe they didn't play as a team. But generally, I think they understand themselves. They're not need to...
Let's take some comments. This is Otumba. Otumba Johnson from Orila Gege says, I know that Nigeria girls played very well against Brazil first game, but we must win the second game against Spain tomorrow. Strong team. I don't know when they get to now. That's that whole
Mike. When it comes to still 11 against 11, yes. So still 11 against 11. We leave that benefit of that there. That's okay. Maybe they might surprise us. The analysts. Because but looking at the quality and based on their performances that we've seen in recent times, you think this is a Spain game, but football can always say.
United.
Okay, red card can change the whole game.
All right, Olarinwaju Badege saying, Dahoud says, I didn't want to watch the match, but I'm proud of the girls. The coach should do more. But you not watch it. How do you know the coach?
I feel proud.
You see, at this point, the confidence of a lady should be worked on. This is not confidence. Like, you have confidence 1,000 and you have ability 0.
You
don't carry go anywhere. This one says, Rotimi from Ikpaja says, the revival of Celine Dion from the sick pictures we've been seeing all over the internet was a great takeaway from the Olympics, of course. It was goosebumps. When I saw that,
was even sick.
Yes, it was goosebumps. You see, the story of Olympics is a story of resilience, a story of surmounting the odds.
Like triumph.
There's even a refugee team, you know that?
Yes.
Somebody
spoke for them at the opening ceremony yesterday.
And also when you think of the Paralympics and all of that, you see, that's the concept of the Olympics, the uniting factor, that thing of fighting from the odds, and that's what they give. Patricia is on the line. Hello, Patricia. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Patricia. You're live. Talk to us.
I really like the girls. They really tried.
Okay. They did. They did. We are not, they did. But you see, we're just looking at capacity. Say, you see, one person pass you, if you like, try. But they did very well. The girls did well. Thank you, Patricia. I tell you, the first 20 minutes and the last 20 minutes.
They were
so I was impressed. Forget.
The Super Falcons have been impressed, but let's just talk about the Olympics in general, like you did mention there. So this is our largest contingent ever. We're going with 88.
88. You're right. 63 women, 25 men. Yes.
That's what we're going to. We're doing 11 sports out of the 32 that we'll be having. So it's only 11 we're registered.
Wait, but when we went to US, at least we had
Atlanta.
Now.
Atlanta, we had about...
because of football alone. Now 22 already.
No, it's 18.
It's 18, yes, 18.
So, 18. But I still wonder why would you put it 18?
And I think that's our best showing so far. That's why we got 2 gold medals. We have not done better. No, yes, that's our best showing so far.
Our best showing ever.
Yeah, no,
I mean, come on, we had Choma Ajunwa.
Then we had 2000 and
Dream Team.
And the Dream Team.
So, and the last Olympics, we won 2 medals. Obodo Dudu in wrestling.
No, we had 2008
and also Ese Brume.
Okay, Sam, just before you go, I have Abiodun right here in Lagos. Hello, Abiodun. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Sorry about that. Yeah, Sam, go ahead.
So I was just trying to relate so that people understand that we have been going to Olympics, but sometimes we don't win. In London 2012, despite all our camaraderie, we didn't get anything. We went there and we came back. Like, that's it. Just like, even though London is like a second home for Nigerians, we went there and we came back with nothing.
We had a very good attendance at the 2022.
This one, we must get something.
Commentators in a try. They kept 3 teams to the end. Australia. They couldn't now call US. See, till this world end, I don't think there's any country that would ever defeat US record in Olympics.
Nah, these guys are
They're the most decorated. They have 1,000.
Which sport?
They have almost 2,000 gold medals.
Athletics, swimming.
So the total medals Nigeria has won is 27. 2 gold. I mean, 3 gold. The third one, you remember the third one? The 2000, see the 2000.
Yes.
See the 2000 that was, we got in 2008.
Yes.
When Pettigrew said, okay, I admitted to drug this. That's when we got the 3rd gold medal. So we won in 2000, but we got in 2008.
No, brother, they say US came out like this.
27 medals in total.
I see US team.
We've been participating since 1952.
Their contingent is very, very...
Before the nation even gained independence, we've been participating in the Olympics. So
I say,
we have only 27 medals to show.
I say, when I saw US, and the only teams they wait for free transfer, they know because they know they are said again. Russia. This is Russia, China. And all those people, if they try to tackle US.
All the tournaments, we say then they compete, and they have. I think it just has to do with structure from their own, from their own sports federations. Tennis,
and that's the reason why US they don't call themselves world champions for anything. Even though South Sudan, now 1 point.
No, we don't beat them before.
Now 1 point this is dream team ultimate. Views beat South Sudan. South Sudan is a country never reached 5 years now.
No,
how many years?
About 11 years now.
Okay. Pardon me.
Yeah.
South Sudan. Yes, South Sudan are just new country now.
Yes.
More than 1 point.
Some of their sport analysts were even, they were rubbishing South. They were like, some of their players were even
they don't
Steve
even
Curry's height. I'm like, bro, you don't see person who come from South Sudan.
Then we saw the
long
games and them.
101. Even when the Tigers defeated them in 2021.
At halftime, they were leading. And then before the Steph
So
Curry and LeBron James took over and said, no.
But looking at this now, with some other European countries and all that, you think the US, are they picking this basketball gold?
Yeah, they might. The only country I think it might be Greece.
They still have the Spain, they have Lithuania.
No, I don't think on them.
And then Serbia.
Serbia
is also a very Serbia is a very when you're talking about at least the male basketball, they are very good. In the female basketball, they are still not among the top here. But in the male basketball, you're looking at Serbia.
Okay.
And looking at the record, they have not won major. I mean, in Olympics,
they've been terrible.
All right, Sam, we've got Tony on the line. Hello, Tony. Hello, Tony. Go ahead, Tony. You're live.
Okay.
Go ahead. Talk to us.
I want you to ask them Toyosi.
Please, can you speak a bit louder?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a bit better, but as loud as you can. Go ahead.
Okay, please let me ask Toyosi, how many stadiums can he use to host the Olympics? Why are you laughing?
You're not still in the Olympics, yeah?
You start to say we can host Olympics. Well, we can even host.
No.
Even the MPFL self. Do you know how many stadiums? MPFL.
I wonder.
All right. Okay. See. Okay. You might not want to listen to me. I am optimistic. Wait. If you want to do something,
Tony, we have an call. Yes. We have Uche. Hello.
Yeah. How are you?
Go ahead. We're very fine. Talk to us.
Okay, please. The women, they try.
Yes, they did.
They try. All we need is prayer.
You didn't just say prayer.
Baba, I agree. See, 1,000, I agree with you.
See, tomorrow night, for my church.
I agree with you.
We will pray.
Oh my God.
We will do fasting and prayer for my church tomorrow. No worry. We will pray.
Not you.
Baba, on this one, I'm with you. Because now
maybe we will also win the.
They'll do it.
We will find gold medal with prayers as well.
If we do,
Every one of us put in prayer. We are going to beat our opponents.
There's nothing to do.
Uche, thank you.
Uche needs to.
Uche, thank you.
Uche, please, you need to intensify your prayers. We are competing in 11 sports. We must win 11 gold medals at least.
We go carry and go.
So no, that prayers.
We go carry and go. Pastor Jerry is a church. There's nothing to add for God.
Kola Taiwo says our girls actually tried in first encounter. They will get their acts together in the coming games. I'll bet on them to qualify. Baba, you don't delete the message. Baba,
make it.
Who you think say they play? You think say na AFCON? Hey, Baba. Okay, concerning hosting Olympic, they don't tackle you. We cannot also ETC. Temi Tokpe says.
If you say insecurity, you don't know.
No, it's not about insecurity.
It's not insecurity.
Okay,
it is facilities that
let's say. But Morgan says Super Eagles will beat Spain tomorrow.
Super Falcons.
Super Falcons. Good morning, gentlemen. Super Falcons. Thank you very much, Pat Morgan. Ajayi Jeremiah from Ikorodu says Super Falcons really tried in the match against the Brazilians. Their problem is now his fitness. Okay.
I don't like really try. I want me. Let the result show. No be cho. Make it show working.
Okay. Emmanuel Adebayo says, good morning, Mr. Mike. Every team comes with different politics, envy, and all of that. But the earlier, the better for the coach to manage their differences. Yes.
That's the thing.
And also understand that all that matters is result, which will be to his or her credit. And then he says we must give the opening ceremony to France. Yes, thank you. This is Ebuka from Oka. Anambra says this season Olympic ceremony was wow. I love everything about it. That's why our Super Falcons, they lacked team play. They were fit, but I think they weren't cooperating well. Ayomide is on the line from K2. Hello, Ayomide. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good morning.
Ayomide, talk to us.
I want to contribute to what they said on the line. I believe that the Super Falcons are doing well, that anybody can beat anybody tomorrow.
Exactly.
Anybody can be beaten.
Thank you, Ayomide. See, look, at the end, if that everything we always predict happens, Baba, I would be on there.
No.
If to say football and say, you
understand?
Exactly. So we know upsets. In fact, the reason why I love football, I tell you, I love upsets. I'm a champion. I'm a champion of upsets.
Oh yeah, go put your
understand? But I love you put my money for this. But if they'll win, it's not impossible. That's what I'm saying. It's not so important. 11 women. They are women. Our women. We shop for their pass our Super Eagles now. 9-time African champion.
Well,
Super Eagles now 3 times.
If you count the first 2 and 11. If you count the first 2 and 11. So 11.
So forget we go World Cup, we don't lose in 90 minutes. If that happens on
that is why I'm actually very confident that something can happen.
France got to the semi-finals with the similar routes.
No. At least this Euro was in one way it was one of the best. In one way it was one of the worst ever. France were the disappointment. Mbappe was.
They are scoring.
Disappointment of the tournament.
He said, this is my worst Euros ever.
Worst. Make we just leave it there. A lot.
Super Falcons are still has a very good chance.
They do.
They lost 1 game, 2 games to go. And generally, Mike, looking at the Olympics generally, still in the football.
Yes.
The Morocco's Argentina game. And that was a conversation with
Okay, let's take some of the highlights of the men.
Controversies.
You know why we are getting those highlights? Somebody said Nigeria has to share boats with Niger and Norway. Why? Many countries shared boats.
No,
some people had four contingents. They go give only 4 of them 1 boat.
You know, possible now.
They go arrange. You go arrange the something. It was nice. Norway.
How many boats you want?
And Norway we share them with. Norway.
Now Norway. And
see, look, let me tell you. That country where that country where you even share with. That country where you even share with Scandinavia. Those are some of the best countries in the world
that I can go to.
Those are some countries that have some of the best.
Norway, Denmark.
When you hear Scandinavia, don't try those people.
But they could.
Don't try those people.
They could.
You say Nigeria can host Olympics, Baba. Damilare, wait till you talk.
Damilare, Abi.
No, Nigeria
One
can.
bottle of this for you, don't worry.
Like you've rightly said here.
Okay.
When you're talking about the Super Falcons, nobody is saying it's impossibility. We are just saying at the moment, but in the next 2 decades, we still are not ready.
No. If we are intentional,
leave that one. Leave your seat for that one.
The next 2 decades,
let's go to the mail. Let's go to the mail. We'll have some of the highlights of the mail.
I'm sorry, there are currently 34 games in this tournament.
Yes.
They are going to add more games. We are the facilities.
There is something called co-hosting.
That's what I'm just saying.
We can explore.
Tell your seat. Don't worry. Just leave you. When we finish, you go talk that one. The mail tournament, of course, Morocco up against Argentina. That was quite the match. Yes, that was the opening game and all that. We'll get to some of the highlights here. And the game was called the spectacle.
4 hours, 11 minutes.
After. Now we can't give results of this thing. You understand? What happened, Sam? Can you run us through what actually happened?
4 hours in 11 minutes of football. So the match started, and then at the end of the first half, through Raimi, Morocco head on to score. And then in the second half, they also scored another goal, making it 2-0. Then Argentina came back by scoring 1. And then at the end of 90th minute, everyone was waiting for the fourth officials to raise the board, and then what we saw is 15 minutes of added time, which is unprecedented. Yes,
like how?
There were delay tactics by the Moroccans, right, starting from the early first half, even before they scored the second goal. And we know them, we know the North Africans for such. Yes. But then, despite all the delay tactics, nobody was expecting that much minutes. And then we saw 15 minutes, and Argentina scored in the 16th minute of the added time. And that was it. Everyone was jubilating, and the fans started throwing all of that, and match was suspended. And we even thought the final whistle has been blown. Match was suspended, and everybody went in to protect the players because they were being attacked by the fans. And an hour later, VAR review showed that the Argentina player was in an offside position. So the game, the goal was ruled offside. But then, the game is over. Let's just go, and the match ended 2-1. Then they now remember that there was still 3 minutes of play that they didn't play. So the players.
Remember that our guy. What's that his name?
Onto the pitch.
That our Zambia referee.
Yes. The players were brought back onto the pitch after almost 2 hours, 1 hour 20 minutes or so. Yes, 1 hour 20 minutes after the initial game, so to come and play the remaining 3 minutes. So in total, the match started by 2 p.m. and ended by sometimes past 6 p.m.
You know, those
football match
in all of this,
at the Olympics.
Those who I pity are the bookmakers. Because if you don't bet 2-2, maybe you don't cash out.
Cash out, I've been now.
You don't cash out.
What a good
deal.
deal.
Come after 2 hours, I return my money. Return waiting. When you don't go.
So it's in fact, I think Abel Mascherano said he used one term to describe it.
Their defense was all over the place, actually.
In his entire footballing career, that's what, and it's understandable because for so many people they thought the match ended 2-2, and then every 2 hours later the match ended 2-1.
Bookmakers would have lost money.
But then there's been some other controversy in this tournament. I think is it the Iraq game as well? There was some talk about the penalty given, even the Spain Spain also had the opening game as well, even though they won. I think they won 2-1. So there've been 1 or 2 controversies in the football tournament.
You didn't see how Paraguay lost 5-0. I was so surprised. They had Siso and one other star boy. I can't remember the name of one of the star boys.
Wow, guys.
They lost 5-0.
They just let me know now that our time is running fast spent. I know that I wanted to do the Olympics. I don't know if we can touch transfer, but if we don't touch transfer. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's just round up Olympics. Final words. Any final words? What are with Falcons?
I wish
Any hope for them?
Falcons.
So wishes to our Falcons, wishes to the basketball team as well. The ladies, So they've been giving us content. If you go on Twitter, you'll be seeing a lot of content from them. But because they're also in a very, very tight group, it doesn't look like they can get anything from that group. But then we saw them at the last World Cup, I think. Yeah, and
even at the last Olympics.
And so hopefully they can get something for us.
All right.
Definitely not medals.
Okay,
but our
good.
medal hopefuls still remain.
The athletics.
Athletics, which includes Toby Amuson
and those ones are
and Ese Brume. Then also our short put guy, Enekwechi Chukwebuka. Then also in wrestling with Oboro Dudu and Ade Kurori.
All right, good. All right, good. Now let's move on. Mikel Obi, that's what we wanted to mention. That just came just before we started the show. Yeah, Mikel Obi is now in the news again. Since I said our podcast,
I love him so much.
Go scatter this country. I don't know, our podcast then go scatter this country.
It's still so relevant.
Mikel Obi says that no, he was talking about how foreign players, how if you stick to, if you decide to represent England, then
stay with it.
Stay with it. Which, based on the basis of the argument alone, it does have a lot of validity with it.
Yeah, it does.
But Omar Katuba, who is, of course, you know him, OG sports reporter, came up to talk about how Mikel as a person might not have the justification to make such a statement. You know, he spoke about how during his days, Mikel never gave local journalists interview time.
I would never blame
Mikel. He never spoke with them. And then he spoke about how, look, you grew up in Nigeria. You have never faced what those people have faced. You grew up, you were born and you grew up in Nigeria. With the way you got married to a Russian.
Yeah. He's not even married yet.
Your partner is a Russian. If you had the opportunity to be born there, you never know what will be available to you. And so you cannot talk about them. You don't have the morals, especially considering that you have adopted it so much that you don't need to do in it.
No, he has been doing it in it for a very long time. It's good in Norway.
Very fake.
It's good in Norway now.
In it, you know, enter now.
Enter. Compare with he's good in Norway.
In England for almost 10 years.
Norway, England, over 11 years actually.
So it's what he said, is he right?
It's valid for me.
It's valid for a lot of people, and it is not an issue. And we can talk about players who are at the last minute, a lot of people that
Shola and Niobi was major example.
And I have no problem. I have said it on several occasions that I have no problem with any Nigerian players or any player of Nigerian origin who chose to play for the country that either their country of birth or the country where they grew up from. Michael Folorunsho played for Italy at the Euro 2020.
How many minutes?
Yeah, I mean Euro 2024. No, it's not about how many minutes. At the age of 26, that's when he got that call-up. He wasn't waiting for Nigeria. If he was waiting, he would have got that call-up earlier on.
Even
now he's part of Napoli, fully set up. He has been on... Because most times Nigerians go for these players when we see them at the top. Yeah. Not when they are still trying to coming up. How many of them do we go for at that time?
Okay,
everyone can always talk about David Alaba. We can always talk of players like that also showed interest that we never took interest in.
David Alaba, yeah.
David said nobody came for him.
That's why I don't blame any African player, especially Nigerian players.
Okay.
Whether a Gabi Agbonlao, whether it's a...
Gabi never wanted that for.
No. I'm saying I don't blame them, whether they eventually got that call up with England or not.
They're not.
It is something that they wanted, and you can't blame this. No. Especially when you grow up in an environment.
Okay.
There is this point that I'm saying. Look at Saka said, okay, he had option from that. He acknowledged, but England comes first. Why? Because that's where he grew up. He has friends. We understand. But when you don't use to Shakara, you're going to come back when you are in your twilight. You're 29, saying, I want to play. No, like, you can't just expect...
but they don't force you.
No. Mikel said so. He was like, Shola Amiobi came in 2011, 2012. He called Keshi that he wants to play. And then NFF didn't have an option. They want to bring him.
No, but NFF had an option. Because I remember Chinedu... It was Nsofo that was dropped. Yeah.
For the 20 what?
Obina and Nsofo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was because and he has been a constant player for us up until that time. But then for the 2014 World Cup, he didn't go.
But what I'm just happy about now is the fact that the NFF themselves are going for the players when they are much younger.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, let's rush very fast. Transfer stories. Maybe we just do only Chelsea and Chelsea because Chelsea and Manchester United, they seem to be the only clubs who are very, very active in this.
Then they drop money.
You understand? So let's see. Manchester United. They look like they know where they are going to. Lelioro has already played for them. He has already started the match for them. There's also what's his name now? Joshua Zexi, who has already been gotten. And then there's Matthias Elite. I don't know. Are they still chasing after that one?
Yeah, he's still there.
Eric Ten Hag, is he going to cook this season?
And Maguire hasn't left. Basic truth.
So is he going to cook? Is Ten Hag going to take well?
They brought different coaches. Like they're not even bringing assistant coaches. So they are bringing head coaches of different clubs together.
Yes.
But I feel like when you have too much leaders in the team, it might affect.
Too many cooks will spoil the broth.
And I'm staying on my prediction. Ten Hag will be sacked mid-season, maybe before mid-season, and then Ruud van Nistelrooy will be the coach.
And so depends on how the season starts for them, and that depends. So, but you look at the players they've gone for, good players, and they got age on their side. Yes, people can talk about Lenioro being overpriced or overpaid for, but he's a talent that we've seen for the past 2 seasons.
Will United be patient?
And so if you can play in French Ligue 1, even at the age of 17, you broke in at the age of 16.
Then they bully for team.
And at this time, right now, they don't really have any centre-backs that can rival him.
Okay.
Lisandro.
So, Lisandro is going to start. I'm just saying that's Lisandro.
Okay, for a right-footed.
But then for Joshua Zexi, that's a good backup or a starter.
No, he's starting.
For Rasmus Højlund.
Okay, so, all right. Okay, let's see. How about Chelsea? Let's be very fast. How about Chelsea?
They want to pay 70 million for this Nigerian boy, Samuel Omodion. He's currently playing the Olympics with Spain.
No.
And it is too much. If you can pay 70 million...
is not leaving Atletico. Atletico
if you can pay 70 million...
Atletico has said that. He's not going.
Wait, if you want to pay 70 million for Samuel Omodion, Omodion, if you want to pay 70, why can't you just go and pay the 120 or 130 million for Osimhen?
See that if you start Osimhen, we'll know close this night because Osimhen.
I will say this: nobody will be paid that money. Nobody is going to pay 100.
Why are you not paying 70 for Omodion? That is not proven.
But you see, let me tell you,
with Chelsea tactics in the last we've seen it, they are going for young players.
Baba, you're talking about 26. Osimhen, you're talking about Osimhen. Osimhen is at 26. If you are a sporting director and you want to actually go to this thing, objectively, it's only one season Osimhen has crossed 20.
You want instant
result. It's only one season. And before that
in
season,
a Napoli team that is not functioning.
His highest has been 15. I'm talking about his whole career.
In a Napoli team that is not functioning.
His whole career. Baba has only got one season above 20.
Napoli is the biggest.
We cannot always give these excuses.
No, let's see.
No, we can't give these excuses in the sense that
only one season Osimhen has gone above 20.
Okay, player defied the odds. Mateta with Crystal Palace scored 19 goals in the Premier League last season.
Yes.
Palmer with Chelsea scored.
Yes.
So we can, I'm not saying no, we cannot use that. But what I have said before, trying to defend Victor, is because of the injuries. Many injuries that he had.
You see that they won't even pay 80 million for Osimhen.
They will pay.
They won't even pay. All right. Let's get around this. Let me just take this message to random. Mr. Peter from Surulere says, please, Nigeria Falcons try this football. This man on face cap should stop speaking about Spain. Anything can happen. Falcons will beat Spain, you'll be surprised. Okay, Mr. Peter, I will screen this your message. If it does happen, then I'll give a big shout out to you. Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you so much, Terence. It's been a pleasure.
It's great to be here.
All right, we'll see you next week. It's been a beautiful game. Bye-bye.